Well, with that, welcome to Weekly Word. So good to have you join us for another week here on these old couches. This week is our last week of Weekly Word, so I thought we'd pull out the big guns for the last week. So we have Leigh joining us. Most of you guys should know Leigh. Looks about 40, has the maturity of a 15-year-old.
That's me.
We're going to dive into some questions and get to see what Leigh's been up to.
King.
Do you want to introduce yourself, I guess?
Yeah.
Just give us a little spiel.
My name's Leigh. I work here at church as the youth and young adults minister, and I have been for 7+ years. I have a family. I have a wife named Bryony, 2 kids, Dustin and Marshall. I like to be pretty active. I don't know. Yeah.
Sick. Big question, big serious question. If you could live the life of someone here at All Saints, who would it be and why?
It's a good, important question. And I have put a lot of thought into this. And I really couldn't nail it down to one person, but I think there's about 4 or so people. And that's Beth and the Hannahs. Most of you might not know this, but I'm actually scared of heights, and so just being a little bit closer to ground would go a long way for a lot of my fears. So yeah, Beth or some of the Hannahs.
Big yikes. Very big yikes. I don't even know what to do from there. Well, everyone's got a new sort of ISO hobby. Have you found that you've picked one up? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, I've picked up the hobby of eating more chicken burgers up at the cafe at North Epping.
They're good.
They are very good. I feel like a lot of people have been doing that. I don't know, not really, to be honest. I've been walking a bit more. I've started to retake up a bit of skateboarding. Not many hobbies though. I'm not a hobbies sort of guy. So that's about it.
Skater boy. Well, over the past few months, people have picked up hobbies, but we've all moved online to most things, uni and church and Bible study. How have you found that period? Like, have there been things you've struggled with everything being online?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is pretty cliche, but just not being able to see people in person. And I'm not I don't love technology, I don't love computers, so having to spend a lot of time on computers and then not seeing people face to face has obviously been hard, as it has for everyone. But really it's been manageable, it's been okay.
There you go. And now you get to see people all the time.
I know.
Like me.
So keen. Like actually you.
Yeah. Well, we believe that God hasn't changed, still the same, so he still works in the same ways. How do you think God, what do you think God's taught you over this last little period of COVID?
Well, yeah, I definitely feel like I've been a slow learner during this time. But the thing that God has taught me, and it's also very cliche, is that I just need to trust him more. That like Viv said, he doesn't change. And our circumstances may change, but that doesn't take away God's power. And yeah, I think I have looked forward to this period ending, which is fine to do, but not really made the most of the good things that this time has thrown up as well. I've kind of always just been looking forward to it ending and not really trusting that God can work and will work during this. So that's been the big thing that God has been teaching me, and I feel like I've realised that in the last week or so, and it's actually given me a lot of joy and excitement about this current time. So
That's so good. Well, the way we do church, the way we do Bible study is all different. God's definitely shaken things up for us. What are you hoping that God will do through this shake-up of church and Bible study and all that?
Yeah, I guess it is a bit of a shake-up. What am I hoping that God will do? The same thing that I hope and pray that he does in any time, and that's that he strengthens his people, that I guess, we preach his word so faithfully that people are drawn closer to him, so that people at All Saints are growing in their faith, and as they're doing that more they're inviting people into conversations about Jesus, inviting them to church, and that people are becoming Christians. I guess that's what we always hope for. And I don't think that should be any different at this time. We had a friend over the other week who wasn't a Christian, and they joined us for church in the morning, and we just had so much time to talk about Jesus. And I don't think that would have ever happened if they had just come on a regular Sunday morning to church. So I think for some people this might be an easier time to engage with the gospel. There might be some people out there who would never have come into our church, through our church doors and sat down. But now they can, come into someone's home, have a cup of tea. It can be a little bit more maybe inviting and relational. So, and I reckon just for us regulars at All Saints, we can probably go deeper than we could on a regular Sunday with people. I guess I'm hopeful that people don't get left out of this. We can look after people who are vulnerable and maybe on the fringes.
There's so many good things, I guess, that come out of just a shake-up of things. We've just been talking about those things, but my final question to you is, what are you looking forward to when things go back to, I guess, a new normal, when I guess social distancing isn't a thing, and I guess we can come back and use the church building? What's like one big thing that you're looking forward to? I don't think anyone's topped Geordie's physical touch, but
it is untoppable. I am looking forward to physical touch. Being an Italian, being a wog, I love a good hug. But in some ways I don't want to be looking forward too much. As I said before, I don't want my kind of hopes set on, that form of church. But, I mean, inevitably it's going to go back, and it'll be lovely to meet together. And I think the big thing I'm looking forward to is being able to sing together. And maybe very specifically that blessing song that has been going around. Different countries have been doing it. There was an Australian version on YouTube. I think singing that song together, I'd find it hard not to tear up in. Seeing people in person and singing praises to God, I am really looking forward to that.
So good. Well, thanks for joining us. This has been our last weekly word. Going into it, it was our prayer that these videos would be a good reminder that God's still at work, that he's at work in our church family, and hopefully you guys have been able to get to know a few people a bit more. Now that things are relaxed, you guys can be doing what we're doing here, of meeting up, asking each other dumb questions, but also serious questions, and just spending time in fellowship. Weekly word is now over to you guys, until the next pandemic.
Wow.